Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of JTtv. We're up here on beautiful Lake of the Woods.
We heard on Lake of the Woods, since it's a big lake, you need a big chair. Woo!
We're up for the JT staff gathering and we're about to have a good time. Stay tuned.
Oh, look at that pike.
Hey folks, Captain Donnie, JT Outdoor Products and Rainy Days Guide Service. If you don't think the 32-inch black rain can handle big fish, you're out of your mind! Woo!
Guys, Chris Granrud here, JT Outdoor Products, Staff Director, Marketing Director, and we're actually out here on Lake of the Woods, and I'll tell you, it was a little battle getting out here. As many of you know, this has been one of the worst winters we've had for a long time, so we've got a heck of a lot of slush out here, we've got a heck of a lot of snow, and we really battled to get ourselves in position, but it's going to be a real fun weekend. What we do with these gatherings is basically we gather a lot of photo assets and video assets. You know, we talk about new product and new product designs and just get an opportunity for all of our staff to get together and have fun fishing. And you know, at the end of the day, it's not about high-end rods, it's not about new technique-specific rods, it's really about getting together and having fun on the lake. And what better place to be than Lake of the Woods with a bunch of fishermen. And you know, honestly, this is kind of my next door neighbor. I mean, obviously, you know, we're over on Rainy Lake. We're only, you know, an hour away from Lake of the Woods, so it's really a treat for me to actually be out here on Lake of the Woods, and hopefully these fish can be as dumb as some of the fish on Rainy Lake.
Ooh,
there's a good one.
Ooh, Benny! Get the deucer for you, buddy.
Came up and smoked it.
Oh, we're good. We'll get it. Good, 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 good.
It's pretty decent.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, nice, dude.
Look at there, buddy.
Sweet. Heck yeah. Up here on Lake of the Woods. Catching nice eaters like that. First day out here for the JT gathering. Not hot and heavy, but we'll take eaters like that all day.
See if we can't coax something to come back up here.
I think I got a pretty nice walleye going finally. Super excited because it's been a real tough bite out here today and yesterday, and so my biggest fish yesterday was 16 inches, and this feels a lot better than that. So, oh yeah, baby. Woo! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Now there is a Lake of the Woods walleye for you. Not quite sure how long she looks like she is. Maybe 20, 22, somewhere right around there, but definitely a prize walleye out here on Lake of the Woods, especially in tough conditions like this. They're kind of in a negative feeding pattern this weekend, But this one was on the chomp. She just smoked my bait.
Hey folks, Jason Brennick here with JT Outdoor Products, and this is your pro tip of the day. I'm here with Rocky from Marcum, and we've got the RT9 here. Rocky's going to tell us a little bit about how he goes about breaking down a lake utilizing the avionics mapping in the RT9.
Yeah, so what I'll do before I ever even go out onto the lake is I'll use this RT9 at home. I'll load the lake up and I'll look around and just kind of make a game plan of, you know, structures, some things I want to go to, some inside turns and things like that. So what I'll do is I'll look at the map for a while and I'll mark out some points, and those are the points I'll start with when I go to the lake.
Absolutely. That really helps you honestly just be more efficient on the water, and it's going to help you put more fish on the ice.
Oops, snare.
Got it? Yep. Whoa, he's got her pegged! Night. Heck yeah. I was just marking one over there too.
Feels a little bit better than them smaller ones.
Okay. Yeah, steak and drag, isn't it? Oh yeah, I still got a fish over on mine.
Nice.
Oh yeah, look at there.
Evening bite's gonna pan off.
How's he feel? Ooh, there it is. Nice.
Nice.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, heck yeah. It's gonna heat up for the evening
Beautiful
bite.
Lake of the Woods walleye.
A little too big to keep. It's probably about a 21 incher, 20 incher.
Yeah, 20, 21 for sure, I'd say.
Nice. Got that on the snare. That's been a hot rod. We've been jigging on one rod and then got the snare on the other. And a lot of times these fish are coming up, taking a look at your rattling bait, and then they're peeking over at the snare, and a lot of times they're grabbing that. So they're real lethargic this time of the year, so it seems to be paying off for us.
The 1-2 punch. We're going to send this girl home.
How's it going, Joe? Life's good on the big pond. Big chairs, big fish, big wind. Big windy. Yeah, when you need to kick back, you got to get yourself a new mat pole. Critical tool. That's your pro tip of the day. Pro tip of the day.
You didn't know what you were getting into. Jump in, Benny. Alright. You want me to drill you through the hole?
It's a nice chair. Alright, we'll quit interrupting. That's alright.
You make it? Holy moly, it got fogged out there.
I apologize, I didn't know I was
It was like a diesel bake. Wow, that was strong. Life is good on Lake of the Woods. Look at that, just funneled right into that house. Yeah, it got so smoky I couldn't even find the zipper in there.
I'll tell you guys what, it's been a heck of a time getting out here. We set up on our first spot and we were catching a lot of small fish, and naturally for us, we just wanted to move on and find something a little bit better. And so here we are. We're shoveling out a new spot for our hub, and we're gonna get after it. You know, these JT events are just fantastically set up. It's really nice to come out and gather all together with one team and be able to share ideas, share our love for being on the water. You know, we're out here gathering content, but at the end of the day, we're all just really having fun, and it's kind of one big family event. So, gonna get back after it so we can catch some fish before the sun sets.
If you can believe it or not, real feel is negative 22 out right now. Temperature, and the snow is up to Dylan's waist.
Well, that's only a couple foot, but no, last night we had 25 below. It's super cold. Last week up here they had huge wind blowing conditions, and all the snow drifts are rock hard, and a couple of the drifts are 4 or 5 foot tall, and the traveling conditions are just not really all that ideal, especially for this time of year. We're used to it being a lot better. So just trying to make the best of it and catch a couple fish on.
Oh, dude, it's a giant. Just came up and absolutely hammered that
No kidding.
Catsmaster. Kind of came up, went back down, and the second time he came up, it just railed it.
Almost looking walleye-ish. What do you got going, you think?
I don't know.
It's a walleye. It's heavy.
It's got big head shakes.
Oh man. Ooh. Came up and absolutely just hammered that cast master.
Ooh. Big
Oh,
lethargic head shakes.
I don't know if this is a walleye, dude. This feels pretty darn heavy.
Ooh. That's the awesome part about Lake of the Woods. You can literally catch a giant walleye any given time.
Down to the bottom of the hole there.
Let's see what we got here.
It's a walleye. It's huge. She's stuck down at the bottom.
Here we go. Give her a little run down.
Yeah, keep good pressure on her.
Must be sideways in the hole there.
We got a hole scoop. Here it comes, here it comes.
Oh! Big bite! Big bite! That thing! Holy!
Look at that! Oh man! Look at that pike! Whoa!
Hog!
Look how
Yeah!
fat that thing is.
What a giant! Look
Unbelievable.
at that big, beautiful pike. Man,
That thing is thick.
I'll tell you what, that black rain, man. You see those big old head
Oh,
shakes? Absorbs it like nothing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous fish.
Look at that tulipy locker right there.
Holy! Oh man.
Oh! Grilled it! Thanks, buddy.
About time, huh?
Yeah, no kidding,
Holy
boy.
cow.
We've been jigging for a long time.
What a struggle today. Feel decent?
Yeah, actually. It's definitely not any of them small ones. Here it comes.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at there, baby.
Yeah.
Real bait
That's
jigs.
the real bait, huh?
Look at that.
Nice.
Full mins.
Pop right out. That boy.
Here we go. We'll take it.
Man.
Nice little pretty pose to her. Dorsal fin and everything.
Brutal weather just has been a struggle today, man.
Absolutely.
Hopefully these will turn on and get a few more.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Alright guys, so today I'm using a real bait flasher jig and I'm putting a whole minnow on it. So basically how I'm working this is I'm bouncing it off bottom, and as you can see it's got kind of a flatter bottom side to it. So as I bounce it off bottom, it sits there like this and it points the minnow kind of in a vertical position like that, or excuse me, horizontal position like that. So I'm just sitting there bouncing it, creating a little bit of dust in the silt down there, and then I'm picking it up and just kind of holding it, and that's when they've been coming up and smacking it. What's going on, buddy? What are you using?
Hey, what's up, man? Got right now I got a number 2 jigging wrap on it. Just downsized a lot. You know, the bites were pretty tough, so kind of had to switch it up a little bit. But
absolutely.
How are you guys doing over by you?
Got a couple.
Yeah.
A little slow, obviously, but we're managing.
Yeah. You've been seeing some pretty big marks coming through, or?
Yeah, we've had a few marks coming through. When we seen that pike earlier, I'm guessing that was the one that you caught. But I think that we seen another one here a couple hours ago came in because we wouldn't mark any walleyes for half hour after, you know.
Yep.
So when that big girl was there, those walleyes didn't want to be anywhere near.
Yeah, it's been a tough trip so far. I mean, we've really had to, this was a good time to have a wide array of rods, you know, because we've been putting pretty much everything that JT has into the rotation today.
Yeah, to the test, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Got the snare rods out, you know, some of us are trying some bigger baits, like you mentioned, for pike with that black rain that Benny's holding right here. I'm using a 34-inch gold digger with a small jigging raft, so we've been really throwing everything plus the kitchen sink at these fish to try to make something happen in these tough conditions, and it's definitely been a tough one for sure.
Yeah, this cold weather's really got them shut down, so I think a real slow-moving bait at times or real aggressive is really the only way to go.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been using a real bait flasher jig too, just kind of jigging it up and down, letting it set on bottom. When it sets up on bottom, the minnow kind of points up a little bit so they can come down and grab it.
Pin it
you
right
know,
to the
obviously those Lake of the Woods walleyes, anytime you just sit and bounce it off bottom, it seems to get them fired up. So for some reason they've been taking the likings to that today.
Yeah, yeah. I think my best, just a Lindy glow spoon. I don't think these fish have seen sunlight in 2 months. I mean, record snowfalls already this year, so I mean, anything that gets a little bit more light down there, I think is going to trigger a bite as well.
Absolutely.
Well, let's go back and see if we can't put some more on the ice.
Absolutely, let's do
That
it.
sounds good. Perfect.
a lot of information that's gathered here. A lot of questions that I think of in the boat, in the ice house, that I get to ask, whether it be a prototype that's coming out or something that I think, or questions that customers ask. Love to get this information, and that only makes JT better, and it makes us all stronger when we come to these events.
So twice a year, we'll pick a location. Staff votes on it. This year we're on Lake of the Woods, famous Lake of the Woods. This is our winter gathering, and then we'll also do a spring gathering. It's really a great time that we can get everybody together. We talk about new product development ideas. We talk about sales strategies. We talk a little bit about where we came from, where we're going, what our vision, and what our initiatives are for the years to come. Yeah, it's a really important time for us. We're really reliant on our staff. They help us with our development process. They help test rods, and they really give us some good market feedback really from their area. So these gatherings, we're trying to make it sound like it's a lot of work. They're actually a ton of fun, but we actually do gather a lot of information from these gatherings, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. And it's fun being here on Lake of the Woods. Anybody that's been following this ice fishing season realizes that this is like the worst weather you could ever have here. I mean, it's like February 95th or whatever it is. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Heavy snow, slush. I mean, fish are a little bit turned off. But at the end of the day, as fishermen, we realize it's just fun to be able to have an opportunity to get out and fish these waters, really whatever the conditions are. But the staff gatherings are fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. We want to be known as the company that has a lot of fun. That's our primary goal. We get everybody together, and it's a darn good time, and we also accomplish some business goals. So twice a year, and we really look forward to doing these.
Hey, these JT events, the get-togethers, they're so fun. You get to see all the other staffers from all around the country. You get to run into old friends. This Lake of the Woods episode is over.
Hammershot. Oh, Benny snare!
Oh yeah! That is why you come to Lake of the Woods. Woo! Big lake, big fish.